It's working.
Yeah, Raj, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So first, we will migrate this database to Azure. Database is created is deployed successfully. So, hello, we are trying to connect this database.
Okay.
Here you can see that it is connected and we don't have any databases right now. So first we will go to task and then deploy database to Microsoft Azure database. Here you can connect to that server. It's already, I provided the public IP and the password with SQL authentication. One second. We are generating a backup file for this database. And this is the simplest way to just do the backup and restore in your Azure IaaS server. So we have to do restore of a database in a cloud machine. Here is the DB now, which we can check. Let's deploy this to Azure. It will create a backpack. If we have another machine, what is the server name? Hello, are you able to see my screen or it is jungling?
Yeah,
Yeah, we are able to see
we
the
are
screen.
able to see this thing.
Let me reconnect because my screen is coming blank for me.
Yeah, buddy, sure, sure.
My screen is
Yeah, we can see the screen.
hello. My screen is visible.
Yeah, we
Buddy.
Oh, so we are exporting this data to cloud. This is failed due to we have the data in the current DB, so those are making the duplicate data. In a data migration assistance, there is two things. One is assessment and one is migration. So first we have to do the assessment for any database, like writing IAM SQL, QA, assessment, engine, source type SQL Server, target is Azure SQL database. Let's create next. Then we will select the source database. We have to provide the server name here. Connect. Let's take this test.txt, provide some path here. Okay, that we know that there is a Windows authentication until unless we will deploy the AD, it will not support it. No compatibility issues other than it looks green. Other than that, there is not an issue. Nothing is there. Okay, let's do the migration. Okay, server. Let's finish. Server. It is SQL authentication. Let's create one new server. I think this is with the 19. That's why we are having the problem. You guys created the virtual machine, right?
Yeah, Roshan.
Let's take this for database engine only. You know how to enable the ports, right?
Yeah. I think size of the VM you haven't selected, Roshan.
Size of the VM, we can alter it also.
Okay.
By default, it will take. Once we will create a template, then also we can alter it. Let's select this.
Seems they are gray out.
We can alter it later.
Okay.
Once we have the template now, then we can create it. Here we can generate the template and we can alter all the things what we required manually. This information is not available.
Roshan, I think we need to select it is Azure on VM, I think. This is not the PaaS one, right?
Which one you are saying? Azure VM? Okay, get connected.
Can you close the data migration assistant and open once again? The target select the SQL Server on Azure virtual machine. I think it is not a PaaS one, no?
Yes. No, it is actually the backup and restore, but
Yeah,
it should be direct migration.
I think we'll create one VM in means one PaaS instance on Azure, and then we'll do that one.
Hmm.
IaaS also it will work, right?
Yeah, it work. I worked upon many times. It is working. I did lots of projects on this.
Mhm.
Okay, now why we are getting that error? Is there any network issue that is or
Network
storage
issue
issue?
also, no, network issue also not there because I am able to connect from my local
Yeah,
machine.
yeah, yeah. But I hope this is the storage issue that files it's missing showing error.
I think there is a problem with the account. It is not able to create it. Not create one folder. let's create a storage count in case any.
Buddy, hi Buddy Raj. This is
Yes,
Kishore.
yes.
We'll go with whatever suggested Joseph with the option of pass with VM. We'll
Or else
try.
even this is also fine, no problem. Like we are creating the file share, no? We can
Buddy,
map it.
here we are migrating with the backups.
Yeah, yeah. For the VM, it is the backup which we are doing.
Okay, but
Backup.
while selecting the path location, we are giving the data file and log files, right? That's the reason. That is source log files, log and data files, or destination. Which one where we have to place that one, that location.
No, no, we need to give the backup location, like share, which will be accessible by the source and
Okay. You just continue. I'll once we'll move to that place, I'll ask that question.
Okay, one more. Mm. But nothing gets backed up.
Roshan, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, in the Azure we have created the storage account. No? Let's create a file share and make it accessible to both the servers. This way we may be able to pop the backup. What you say?
Yes, I'm checking that it should get back.
Okay.
Mm.
But for that network location, we have access in Azure location. Have you verified?
It is a local share, no? It should get backed
Yeah,
up
local
first.
share, but we will verify in destination server.
This also location of backup for restore operation. Backup operation.
Or else let's try to create a share, Roshan, on Azure one, and then make it accessible to both the servers.
Mm. So first from there. Yes.
But the backups are not copied in that location.
Yes, the backup is not copied in that location.
Yeah, but we are giving that path for backup location.
Yes. Yeah. Equal database data in schema. Okay. Create to source control server permission. Login field for SQL admin. In
Ramesh, are we getting any permission error like while we are doing it?
yes, we are getting some permission error also.
Like if it is sysadmin, it is fine, then not an issue. Like can you
If
check like what permission we means what option we have selected the target server?
sysadmin only, in
No, no, no.
sysadmin also, we have a sysadmin privilege.
Then it is fine. Then there is no issue. Can you open the data migration assistant once again, like closing and open? I think maybe we have selected a different option. I think. There will be no issues. Like select the other one. Ramesh, can you go to the portal end once? Like we'll try to map the drive and both the servers and see whether it is able to see. Can I click on the overview option where we have the connect option is there, no? Up, connect option.
Uh, running this
We'll try to map the drive on both the one, see whether it is working. Copy this path. Or else manually map the drive. We'll map the drive like normal file share will map, no? In that way we'll map it to the system. Remove HTTPS and try.
HTTPS should be there. It will not connect.
No. Ramesh, can you open Notepad which you have copied just now, like the information? In that one, there is a share path. Yeah, can you copy that one up to file share? Username is also, I think it's mentioned there in the Notepad. Right? Azure slash share path, upper one. Yeah, that one.
Here or
Yeah, codes you can exclude, I think. Or code is also, I think you can. I think we can copy from starting, like password is equal to is there, no? From starting to end.
here?
Yeah.
I think because we disinclude this, right?
Mhm.
We should do over here. So we should copy till here only.
Try. We will try from here. Let's see if it works. Ramesh, it's
No.
your personal laptop or your office one? Like your.
No, personal laptop. I have all the permissions.
Okay. What is the access policy like for that file share? Anything like it is publicly accessible, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine, Ramesh. Like we can proceed with the SQL database one. This is normal backup only, no? Like which maybe
Hmm.
some issues we are getting. We can proceed with the Azure SQL database, like migrating.
Azure SQL is the simplest one.
Mm, okay. This one, like we are facing some issues, no? Like share is not accessible for copying the backup.
Give me 10 15 minutes. Can we reconnect?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, okay, sure.
TCP connect is failing. That I will troubleshoot later. It is actually failing. So let's do the other thing. That is in premise to IS server. What we are receiving an error, that we will check other thing. There is a other way to doing it, that simple backup and restore what we did earlier on this servers. We migrated those files and restore it directly. That happened, no issue. And let me continue with the moving this database to directly to PaaS Azure. Okay, I have created a one PaaS server there, and with my ID I am connecting it. I am selected the basic one, and I provided only 2 GB of space to that database. Here you can see that this is the setting what we are using. Here is the source server name, and it is connected with the Windows authentication, and database is test exp, and size of database is 22.3 MB. Let's finish it. It will generate all the schema and summary. See, this all generated your table data, indexes, and other properties. Okay, now we can close. Here we can see that the another database is got created with their tables. Right, right. Let's use this DMA for that also. Let's test explain. No, select the search DB. We will take this server. We have all the tables selected here. The source DB name is sales DB and target DB name is QS MG SQL SRV.
Okay.
We are generating the SQL. It will generate your schema and all the properties. Here you can see that whatever the schema is generated, you can copy also, or you can save it also. Here are the options to copy or save. Okay, let's deploy the schema. Okay, schema is deployed. And then after schema got implemented on that database, we are migrating the data. Here you can see that the number of row counts we have. Okay, start the migration. Data is migrated. Let's see. Earlier, this database was empty. Now we have all the three tables what we have in the sales DB. You can do a compare also. Let's see the employees. 23 rows. Here also we can check. Twenty-three rows. So this is basically we did with the just doing this with the using the deploy database to Microsoft Azure SQL database. This functionality we use to directly send that database, which will generate the backpack and then deploy that on the machine. And other thing that we did using the database migration assistant to Azure SQL. When we are going to Azure VM, we required a CR path, what we are getting the error. And once we provide the correct permission to that CR path and we are able to connect, we can use that feature to generate the backup and restore that database using this tool. Currently, we did that activity with manually placing this backup here and restoring there in the IaaS. Other till now, you have any question?
No, Ramesh, I'm good.
Okay. Other thing we can directly means deploy from here to there. Currently, we don't have any sales DB there. Okay, let's use this IS to Azure. This functionality you can use. This will also, yeah, connected. It will generate the backpack. I will show you this backpack, how you can decode this. Let me see. Let's next. Yeah, finish. Till then it is happening. Let's try that backpack. Here is the backpack. Earlier we used the test.txt. Let's copy this. This here. I am renaming this extension to zip. Yes. I'm unzipping this. Now you can see here what internally it is doing. This is generating a metadata, data, and a Rails file. Okay, somewhere. Open with a notepad. You can see here it is a relational file. How it is creating a relation between that. Actually, what it is doing a BCP. You all are aware about the BCP, right?
Yeah.
So for product, schema is dview, customer, schema is dview. It by default generating a BCP file to bulk import export. It is doing bulk copy. It is doing a relation with them. It's create a relation. This file create a relation with them and others. It is the data. It is all about the data of your tables. It is generating a BCP file. BC file got generated here for all the three tables. What we have inside that, and this is the content. XML, you know that it is all used for a configuration storage, right? Let me show you there. Here it will store your configuration in XML. Extension is BCP package relation. It is happening inside the table. That metadata database name is that metadata database metadata database name is text XP. It's a model of database. How database? What is the collation level of database? That it all properties get excluded from here. These are the fields, customer, first table name, etc. All the things that get generated here. And this is the origin file. What is the public key, public token, encryption, how it is happening, and how it is able to connect there and setting the communication. And this is completed, and here two tables is got transferred, employee and product. Close. Okay, let's go to that same folder, copy this also. Earlier we see that there is a three tables, right? Here. In this we see that there is a three tables inside the data. Now we will do the same thing and see how many tables got generated in this file. Here in data, you see that there is a two tables, right? Let's refresh now. Here you can see that the sales DB came. We did here from IaaS to PaaS. We are checking the row count just for the validation that data transfer got correctly. We have 504, 504 records. Let's check here. Five not four records. We are exporting this data to on-premise SQL. Let's create a new database. Yeah, export from as we can save this package also, or for the future use. If you are setting a kind of job from cloud to in-premise databases to get your data sync, or doing a application, or you can creating any job, you can save this as a package and schedule that kind of job, because we
Raj, I have a small doubt.
yes, tell me.
See, actually, whatever I have the database, for in the database, I have for all three tables, we have primary key. Okay,
Okay,
so
okay,
whenever we are import and export,
okay,
the data, I mean, once the data will be import, uh, once once will import and export,
okay.
that primary key will be show in the deployment. It won't come.
It will come.
For that, we need to select any option in edit mapping.
Yeah, edit mapping, you have to enable the identity insert.
Okay.
Identity is actually whatever the key value got increasing, that
Okay.
will automatically get deployed. Here you see that this is the primary key, right?
Okay.
So if you want to, because sometimes we face the issue of data type.
Yeah,
Recently,
that's
I worked on a project that migrate a database from Access to cloud,
okay.
and I have lots of challenges there because Access database was in 2007. First, I
Okay.
migrated that database into the SQL, and after SQL, I got migrated into the cloud, because right now we don't have direct tool, means a direct facility to get access database migrated to cloud, because
Access means already completed versions, right?
huh? Sorry,
Access means Excel
A-
or Access?
access MS Access.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
In Office product we are getting the MS Access.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. Yeah.
have the ability to store the data around 2 GB.
Okay.
So most of the kind of biometric security or something, that kind of database mostly built in the MS Access.
Okay. And I have one more doubt. So
Yes,
actually, there are currently until 2008 or 2,
yes.
Microsoft closed the support, right?
In July is going to be closed. Next till now we have extended support. Extended support means the, if your client is able to pay the money,
Okay.
extra money for the support. So till July we have that support by paying
Okay.
the extra money.
Okay. But so once we have 2000 and 2005 versions of SQL DBs in our on-premises project.
Okay.
So is how we will migrate for that? Is there for third party tools you have to support, or we will support like yeah, export and import everything with the 2000 and 2005 version to Azure?
If you have 2000 or 2005 version, you have to first take it to that database up to 2008 R2.
Okay, so first we have to
In yeah, in premise,
upgrade.
yeah, in premise upgrade, or you can use a parallel upgrade,
Yeah,
whatever.
in place upgrade from
Hmm.
2000 2005 to 2008 R2.
Huh.
Then we have to migrate from 2008 R2 to Azure, right?
Yes, correct.
Oh, fine, thanks.
Because
Thank you so much.
lot of data functionality will means data types and other features are not able to support, because 2005 and 2000 is basically a legacy version, which even the database engine is different, right?
Yes. That's the reason I'm asking.
Hmm.
Actually, Microsoft also stopped with the supporting for 2000 and 2005.
Hmm.
But how we will migrate? That's the my question.
We
And
have did it.
2008
We
R2
just
also almost is closed, right? So migrate. In place upgradation only one level. In between from 2000 to 2008 R2 only one version only between it will support, right?
there is a three backup compatibility is there. Microsoft follow the three backup compatibility. Suppose you have a SQL Server 2014,
Okay.
then the compatibility level will be 2012 and 2008 R2 till then.
Okay.
Hmm. So,
If I have a database
hmm,
in 2000,
hmm.
so 2008 R2 only is possible to in place upgradation, or 2012 also it's possible.
Uh, if you have a 2000 database, you can directly migrate to 2008 R2.
Only option for 2008 R2.
Yeah, we can do that.
For 2005 also only option for 2008 R2, right?
2005, 2000, and you can go with the 2012 also, but it is more risky, right? If anything, you can go with the 2008 R2, because from 2008 R2 you are able to migrate your database to cloud. So 2008 R2 is good, but there is a possibility that you can choose a 2012 also to
Okay.
upgrade.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hmm. Here, because you can edit your SQL also, like which field you want to creating. If you want to remove any kind of column from here, that also
Okay.
you can manipulate here from create table
Okay,
statement.
we have to any columns need to delete and all it will possible here.
Or rename or something. Suppose this last name I
Database
want to just
rename or table level name or column name, everything is
all
possible.
everything is possible. Let
Everything
me
is
show
possible
you.
in here.
Yes, let me show
Okay.
you. You can go back here, the option of write a SQL query. Hmm.
Okay.
Suppose you only want a delta data, right? Once we
Yeah.
created a database, you want to schedule a job with this SIS package. Only
Okay.
whatever the daily increment is coming, only that data will travel, right?
Yeah.
For that, you can write a specific SQL here, that will, you can write a statement whatever your query is there, that with the date field or something you can analyze your data, whatever the increment data is there, you can write that query, only that data will travel.
Okay. And so regularly for database restoration and all, we will take the logins and we once restoration complete, we will verify the orphan users, right?
huh. Here actually when you are in a Azure PaaS, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
you are bounded to use the SQL login,
Okay.
because your domain authentication is not there. Once your AD sync and all things are done, and
Okay.
you created your uh, private cloud,
Okay.
Then only domain verification is there, and then you can assign the domain you use.
Okay.
So AD sync is basically for that we are creating a new AD in Azure that already most of 99% companies are using Office 365, right? For accessing their mails and all that.
Yes,
So
yes. Office
they
Outlook only.
yeah, Office Outlook, and
Hmm.
that called Office 365. Office
Yeah.
365 is a SaaS product, means
Okay.
software as a service.
Okay.
When you are creating a Office 365,
Okay.
it automatically create of one AD in the cloud.
Okay.
But that AD cannot be used for SQL authentication. You have to create one more AD and
Okay.
get, get those things sync in your AD. There is a
Okay.
one AD in premise environment and one AD in the cloud. Apart from
Okay.
Office 365, apart from Office 365. Once those AD got synced, then we are providing the correct access to that server.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Thank you, Eddie.
So here we are editing mapping, enabling the identity insert. Here you can see that there is a other option: delete the destination row in the table, drop and
Yeah.
recreate the destination table.
Yeah.
Sometime, like in replication, you also say if we generate a snapshot, it will
Okay.
reset all the tables, right?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
available. So that things is applicable here also. You can choose
Yeah.
your
In replication, so because I asked this is the concern question for replication related, but the thing is actually we have a 4 TB of database
okay,
for replication configuration.
okay,
Once upon a time we tried for export and we didn't went. We started with the export option. At the
okay,
time, it's taken much time, hours of time for exporting. At the
okay.
time, primary key is not created, and whatever in between, if there is any new insert, any delete operations happen, it will automatically update in the uh,
Destination table.
yeah,
Yes. Uh,
export. It's possible or not? It's possible.
See, once you are I what I understand your question, there is a
Yeah.
new table you created in a source DB and you
Okay.
want to add it that table into the replication, right?
Yeah.
Is it
Yes. Correct.
okay? For that scenario, do one thing:
Hmm.
create that manually, generate the script from the source table to create the table schema, right?
Hmm.
Create
Yeah.
table script, run that in a destination,
Okay.
and use this export import functionality to sync the row.
Okay.
Once this row is synced, then
Okay.
add that table in the article.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Fine.
Once it is get added in the article, it will start replicating your change.
Okay. 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 Fine.
Hmm.
Okay.
Otherwise, there is in replication there is a option drop and recreate. Means that drop the table and again on-prem to Azure SQL. Okay, on-prem to Azure IaaS, on-prem to Azure PaaS and
Azure IaaS to Azure PaaS.
Azure IaaS to Azure PaaS.
Yeah.
and Azure as to Azure IaaS.
Okay.
Okay. So anything that you want to know or see, by default port is 1433. You already know that, but
Yes.
at the time of creation we can alter it also. And other thing that in 2019 we have lot more features to do performance testing, and it will optimize your databases. We use the IS package. You are aware about the using the Azure Storage Explorer, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Text BK. .ba BAC file. You selected the backup file also.
One second. I'm trying to find another way that it could access that network, but it is again not allowing until unless we will whitelist that IP and port. Okay, let's transfer the file to blob container. Okay. Close it. Here you can able to rename the database also. Even the backup file, if something different name, you can name it as your convenience.
Okay.
You can change the maximum size of database because we did not require that. And service objective also we can modify what kind of service activity we required. Let's select this one. It will the way we are restoring the database on the cloud, means Azure PaaS.
This is PaaS to IaaS, right?
We are restoring a database in a PaaS. Like
Okay.
we have the functionality to directly create a new DB from our backup in premise, right?
Yeah.
So that functionality I am showing you in a PaaS.
Okay. 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 Fine.
This is the other way of migration that you can generate. I will again show you, because if it is not clear, I will show you again. So it will make much clear that how we are actually taking a backup from in-premise server for cloud.
Okay.
Here you can see that the statement came disabling the index, right? Once data
Yes.
is inserted, it again enable the index.
Okay.
You can see here disabling the index here.
Okay. Our and
This time,
enabling indexes.
why it is
Yeah.
happening? It is happening due to if any duplicate data is there
Okay.
and it will enable and transfer your data, it will fail.
Okay,
To
okay,
preventing that, Microsoft is doing disabling your index before doing a data transfer. Once your
okay,
data is transferred, it is enabling the index.
okay, okay, fine.
So we have did a restoration of a database to cloud.
Okay,
Let me refresh.
test BK.
Hmm. Test BKs got created.
Yeah.
How we are taking the backup? Backup we are taking with the export the data file. Export, we are using the export data tier.
From IaaS, huh?
Uh, from IaaS or in-premise, uh, let's take IaaS.
Okay,
This is exporting.
okay.
You can
On-premises
say
or IaaS to PaaS.
uh, either you can save that file to your local disk, either
Hmm.
you can save to Azure.
Okay.
Let
If in case we will save in Azure, how we stored previously block container like that, right?
yes.
Okay.
So here we are selecting Azure. Backup. Okay. Here you can name your backup file. Sales DB test restore.
Container details. Yeah.
File name is
Sales DB.
backpack.
Yeah.
This is the temporary file name, which is get created in your local machine.
Okay.
Get created. Close. Let's see Storage Explorer. Here this file is got created 11 KB. We are checking on the storage. Here this file is got created. You can see
Yeah.
here, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm, SQL backup. Here it should get reflected, but it is taking time. Okay, let's test this to
Okay.
restore the thing here with the other name. Import from Azure Connect. Okay. Azure underscore test DB file what we have
Yeah.
created, right?
Yes.
This is the file name. This is the temporary file name. It will automatically place this in your on-premise system.
Okay.
Uh, okay, we will rename the database the underscore test, right?
Yeah.
Keep this.
What that service objects? Object count.
Service object, what kind of service you want, means
Okay.
a level of support kind of thing that you
Okay.
require for your databases.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Rajesh, can you please provide your LinkedIn number and contact details?
You can contact me. Uh, you can search me as Rajesh Roshan or Roshan Lovely. You can find me there. Or you can contact Beam anytime. He can loop you with me.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
You
Fine.
can find me as Rajesh Roshan or
Yeah.
Roshan Lovely. You can find
Rajesh,
there.
Rajesh Lovely or
Roshan Lovely. RAUSHAN
okay, Roshan
LOVELY.
Lovely or
Rajesh Roshan.
okay, fine.
RAJESH space RAUSHAN.
Yeah, okay, fine.
There is a command for enabling the storage access from in-premise. I forgot that command. I will search and I will text you over the chat, or I can provide you in a document with this recording. You can try
Yeah,
in your system.
yeah, sure. I'll try to connect in LinkedIn also.
See, this is done.
Yeah,
DU underscore. Those two table came.
got it.
So the storage command. Storage. Let's try to upload this. Then Okay, completed. Let's go to
If that file will restore in on-premises, is it possible?
hello. I was just got disconnected.
Yeah.
Okay, just a minute.
राज
Yes, yeah, I
या
am back.
या ये जो है ना अपन का ये लिफ्ट एंड शिफ्ट मेथड का
हाँ,
जो कंप्लीट इंक्लूडिंग एप्लीकेशन एज अ सर्वर वो कैसा माइग्रेट करना वो थोड़ा एटलीस्ट you would have to set up for that but we can give the advice
हाँ,
orally that they can help and
okay,
let me discuss this managed instance. I'm going to share the screen.
okay.
So this is the one. Let me.
Yes, this is a managed instance.
See, I'm not recording this one. Okay, so
Oh.
why? Because it is an pay as you go model other client. Okay, so
Okay.
this is all about the managed instance. Okay, so how we are going to create the managed instance and all. We can discuss over here. And Joseph and Kishore, this is I'm not recording, but you can approach me at any point of time. You can able to provide a document and all. Okay, so how we are going to create this, managed instance kind of thing. Okay, we will have Raj is focusing on singleton and IaaS and cold kind of thing we already discussed, right? But the only thing is left to create in a managed instance kind of thing. Okay, this managed instance is the same as on-premises. Okay, so the only difference is normal singleton databases. They don't have any um, agent kind of thing, and you could not able to run multiple sources query in that one. Okay, but you could able to do the same thing manage instance. And okay, so I can connect here some other server. I'll show you how it is available. Okay, so okay, let me try to connect this one. Okay, so how to hello.
Spend.
Is this Joseph?
Yeah, earlier there was a disk break, voice break.
Okay. All right. So what we need to do to connect, like now we have to make the connection point to site configuration. Once if you are going to move now network point end, it is going to show you the point to site configuration.
Your voice breaking, buddy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, I can hear
Is
you.
it fine?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to tell here, so we need to download the VPN client in our laptop or your server end, so that you guys can able to connect. So this everything we step by step we discussed and involved. Okay, so how we are going to connect and all. Then only you can able to connect this managed instance. Okay, that you have to keep in your mind. That what I'm trying to tell now at this point of time, I'm trying to connect this other server. Okay, so what this guy's state. So because of this is having VPN connectivity, we could able to connecting from this managed instance to this actually. Okay. See here we connected here. Okay, so because of this VPN connectivity. Okay, so that you have to keep in your mind. I'm disconnecting this first of all. All right. So now what I'm trying to do, so if you can see here this managed instance kind of configuration, it is simply it's required just basic thing, and the subscription and the resource group is required. Okay, if you're having the existing resource group, when you fields is required to create this one. I'm not going to try to create this one. You guys is very familiar this one to providing of input parameters. Nothing changed singleton database or managed instance, but only the thing is in a network part. Okay, so what we can do here, we would have to take the networking part, we would have to create the networking part. Okay, so then only this the mandatory prerequisite to create of this managed instance is a networking. Okay, so how we are going to take this networking part and all to vnet subnet, right? So you would have to create the pre vnet one, then only it is going to assign under the vnet. Okay, if it is having subnet is there, it is automatically populated over here, then you can able to take it forward. The most important thing is the collision setting and all, everything is going to come the default settings only. Just we have to focus this network creation. Okay, this network creation itself, it should be in a prerequisite point of should be available over here, then only it is going to deploy. But to create this managed instance, it is going to take minimum 4 to 6 hours. Okay, but singleton database is going to create in only within the 5 to 15 to 20 minutes only, but the managed instance is taking a minimum 4 hours. Okay, so once it is deployed, okay, you can able to use within the cloud. First of all, directly if the same subnet any other server is, let's say this is in a subnet, okay, Azure SQL MI is one of the subnet. Let's say I want to show this networking as well. So we have a networking here. So pre-configured network. During the deployment, you would have to choose this VNet networking option. So here is networking option is there. Okay. So within the VNet, okay, so managed instance is available, and the same time VM is also available in the same VNet one of the IP with a SQL server. So you can able to communicate, you can able to connect. But if you require to connect from on-premises to cloud, in would have to configure the point to site configuration. Okay, so point to site configuration is really important required. Okay, that we have to keep in mind. Other than that, everything is same. This is okay. So if you guys observe this one, we have in a completely agent kind of thing is available. Cross database query it is going to applicable. Okay, so and whereas singleton it is not going to acceptable cross database query. Okay, so other than as same as it is. Okay, so that's it my end. Okay, so if you guys is required anything, configuration and all, so we will get it done. Okay, so over here, so Raj is going to take in care now. Okay, Raj, you can go ahead your end.
Okay, fine. These things we covered.
Yeah.
So any doubt? You already learned about the managed instance. Managed instance
Yes.
is basically nothing that it is SQL PaaS feature where you have more control over your instance.
Okay.
In Azure PaaS, there are three things. One is you can deploy a single DB. You can create a elastic pool,
Okay.
or you can go ahead with the managed instance. Single DB means you can deploy your DB as a Azure PaaS, and you can use that DB, and backup and configuration that you need to set for that DB. Other than that, all things is taken care by Microsoft. You did not need to worry about it.
Yeah.
Elastic pool is basically the thing that you are selecting a resource and you are creating a pool for that, because many of the database is not active at the same time, right?
Yes.
Suppose you have 5 databases and you know that these 5 databases, 3 databases are less used, only 2 databases are more usable. Might be that one database is more usable in the evening and one database is more usable in the night, one database is usable in the morning. So you can create an elastic pool. So it
Depends on timings, right?
it could be timing, it could be a utilization. Suppose you have a 10 database which are very less usable, right?
Yes.
So it is going to the pass, and unnecessarily you are wasting your resource, because these are less usable. So only the thing you have to take care about that. Suppose I assign 5 CPU to them, it is called actually DTU. data transfer transaction unit, DTU.
Yeah.
Type DTU I assign to those databases, and memory I allocate 20 GB is enough for them. So
Okay.
all those 5, 15, 10, whatever the database you want to keep in a pool, you can keep that and they can use this resource.
Okay. Whatever we will mention, that size only it will be used. Remaining it
Yes.
won't touch. Yes.
No, remain it will not touch. It will a kind of pool that you are assigning to resources.
Okay.
Right?
We will modify depends on priority in the elastic pool, right?
Yes, you can modify that priority. You can assign
Yeah.
things.
So if I have a daytime for 1 dB daytime, there is less utilization. Okay, less than 2 GB like that. At the time, I will change value for 2 GB. So if it's utilization is too high in the night, so then I will modify the elastic pool value, right?
You can do that. You can
Yeah.
create a event-based load balancer also, right? You are talking about load balancing. Suppose at the like example, Flipkart has a big billion day,
Yeah.
right? At
Yeah.
that time, they need a boost up in a resource. At that
Okay.
time, they need a suppose 30,000 IOPS per second, right?
Yes.
And they use 5,000 CPU, and memory could be in the terabyte. Hmm.
Okay.
So that kind of schedule you can create.
Okay. That is load balancer. Okay. What's the difference? What's the elastic pool then?
See, let me show you.
Hmm. DB name only we have to use.
Here you can see that it is a DTU storage, right?
Yeah.
Premium IO workload, whatever
Yes.
it is not available for the free version.
Okay.
vCore CPU. vCore CPU is used for the managed instance, right? And DTU is, elastic pool is basically, suppose I assign here, suppose I assign 400 to 200 DTU, right? And I'm using approximately 1 TB storage. Hmm. And your database is only using 20 GB. Hmm.
Okay. Hmm.
So this means you are waste. The elastic pool is basically created for best utilization for the resources.
Okay.
In premise server also, on a
Okay.
one SQL server instance, you are maintaining kind of 20-25 databases, right?
Okay.
So, and those 25 databases are using the same memory and CPU, whatever assigned to that server. Correct?
Correct.
That scenario we want to implement in Azure. How we can do that without going to managed instance?
Okay.
You have created a resource pool. Suppose you created 50 GB of memory,
Okay.
500 GB of storage,
Okay.
and you are creating a 100 DTU. Means
Okay.
you are using a
100.
100 DTU, 100 processor.
Okay.
So it will, suppose I put 25 databases in that elastic pool.
Okay.
So all the databases use this CPU and memory.
Okay. Whatever the database count, that all databases will use only 100 DTUs, right?
100 DTU.
Okay.
That is only the concept. It will not increase your cost, right?
Yeah. That's correct.
Suppose you deployed at a single databases, even it is not used, but your
Okay.
bill will get generated, right? Suppose
Yeah.
you assign 20 DTU and 5 GB of RAM,
Yeah.
but it is not using that much.
Using, yes.
Your bill will be get generated on your resource, what you allocated, right? What you
Yeah.
reserve.
Yeah. If
But
I
the
allocate any other DBs for the same, I'll reduce the cost.
you can analyze, you can reduce your cost, and you have a resource, because each and every time database are not using the resources,
Yes,
right?
right.
So that facility that we are using a elastic pool, that we
Okay.
can align some resources to them, and all the database are using that much only.
Okay.
So it will
Fine.
reduce our cost, it will reduce our maintenance, because you created a resource policy. You can create a security policy on them, you can create a rules for them, you can bind a network policy, firewall rules, all things you can, it will create a easy maintenance for you.
Yeah. Now I'll understand.
Uh, and it will reduce your billing also.
Yeah.
So those functionality we have in this.
Okay.
And load balancer is basically, you can create at the time. Suppose you,
Yeah.
we have
Like,
a load that I explained you about the
yeah.
Flipkart. You can
Yeah.
create 100 of SQL server at that time. It
Yeah.
will support you from backend.
Hmm. In Big Billion Days, any special days, we will use more resources.
Any kind of year-end activity or
Yeah.
something is happening, that at that
Any
time you
festival
understand it,
occasions,
the
yes.
load will get increased, and supporting to that load, you can increase your application server, you can increase your database server, you can increase the
Yeah.
database availability, you can increase your DTU, you can increase, means vertical uplining, scaling, and horizontal scaling is possible.
Yeah.
Either you can increase in the storage, either you can increase in CPU or RAM, processor, it can be possible. So any other questions apart from
Yeah.
this?
No. Okay, you can start managing. Thanks.
Manage instance, you already understand that manage instance is nothing, it is just a more feature.
Okay.
Here you can see that manage instance. Suppose I want to create a manage instance. Resource group, I am selecting MG2 only. You can provide the instance name here. It is not the server name, it is the instance name.
Yeah. These and all we know that Bhima told one migration like that with the SQL management structure like that. Something.
Once manage.
Yeah, Kishore. See, this is the procedure of creating of management.
Yeah. I know. But you told right something migration like that. That one I am saying proceed further like that. I know this
Yeah,
one.
yeah. See, once after the creation, only the
Okay.
dependency is the network.
Okay.
Now, how we are connecting the singleton database directly from public IP you are giving, we are able to connecting. We are going to assign IP of particular VM, so that we are going to connect, right? But here
Yes, right.
the situation is not like that. We have to configure the point-to-site configuration network aspect.
Okay.
Okay. The next slide, it is going to show you this networking concept. There we can able to pull. Since we are in a free trial subscription, right? And I don't think it is going to accept to create. We'll see. Okay.
Okay.
Keep it just Azure SQL MI. Yeah, that's it. Now this is a major thing. See here, VZ SQL MI. The portal itself, it is automatically going to create. Okay, this is the default unit which is created by the portal. Okay, so we haven't done anything. Okay, so now the in a real-time aspects, this needs to create in a predefined kind of thing. Okay, so we have to create the VNet and assign the particular VNet into this managed instance.
Okay.
Go to basic Raj, basic tab. See, actually this is a free trial subscription, right? So the regions which is going to referring, we cannot able to create. It is not under the free trial subscription to create and practice the managed instance. Okay, so it's simply asking the region error, but we tried a couple of times to take it forward. Why? Because it's required like
I think cost is not suitable for this.
yeah, cost is not suitable and vCore is also required. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what it is not enabled to create. Try to now click on the review and create, Raj. Again, the same error is going to reflect mostly. No, the networking part is okay. The click on review and create. Yep, the same thing.
Yeah, same.
Same error.
Okay, so no problem. If you folks is taking off enterprise level pay as you go model, it definitely going to accept. Okay, so more or less it is not accepting the video kind of pricing tier. So vCore model it is going to accepting. Okay, in that also we have a premium and business criticality a few of the components is available in this. Okay, so since we are in a 13,000 INR credited in this one, so it is not sufficient to take that particular pricing tier and this region, whatever the region. Okay, so in real time, it is going to help us to pay as you go model, the cost base. Okay, so the procedure and all same thing, only you would have to remember the networking part. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's it, guys. Any questions is there? You just ask Raj. Okay, so he can even you can even after this class also you can able to post and ask. Okay, I will definitely going to reach Raj. Okay, so he's always helping in mind, and he will share the knowledge even. Okay, so even if I am getting any doubt, also I'm going to approach him only. Okay, so you
Okay.
guys is always welcome if you are getting any issue on that. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
So that's it our end. Okay, so I hope Raj is covered almost. Okay, so this we're going to wind up today. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
buddy.
already exceeded
Yeah, he
1 hour, 1
exceeded
hour
my.
actually. Okay, his complete day
Yes.
he spent Raj. Okay,
Yeah,
so,
really appreciate Raj. Thank you so
no,
much
he's
for
Yes,
supporting me.
thanks, Neil.
technology. Yeah, he's technology guy. Once he's
Yes. I'll understand
he's going to
work
keep
hard.
on sitting and he will do this. Okay, it's not
Yeah,
only
I'll understand his
professional
work
point of
hard.
okay, even office also. Whenever he's issue having, he's going to do
That's
this.
the reason actually I asked the Raj contact details and LinkedIn profile.
No problem, no
Yeah, a
problem.
lot of
No,
patience.
no issue. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
guys. Okay, so we'll sync if required. Okay, so hopefully you guys is touch base. Okay, so he's going to definitely help. If anything required, contact me also. Okay, so this is not an institute kind of thing. Okay, so you can
Yeah.
reach out any point of time. Okay.
Yeah,
So
buddy.
if anyone is us, please refer. Okay, so mostly next month we are going to schedule the new batch. Okay, so
Okay. Any weekend batch or a daily batch, buddy?
no, only daily. Weekend it's not possible for us. At least we would have to take at least weekend. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Anything else, Raj,
Thank you.
to share?
They have any doubt? They have any question?
No,
Anything
Raj,
they
I'm
want
fully
to ask?
satisfied.
Yeah.
No. One thing I can tell you:
Okay.
whenever you are creating a virtual private network (VPN), right? The
Yeah,
firewall
okay.
rules and actually for that thing, the other teams are working because database guys are not actually taking care of all other application and the Active Directory level also. This is not only for the database, that how the application gets connected, which port it is get connected, and how we are only taking care for the databases level. So that's
Mm.
why it is only the thing that at the VPN level, how we are entering and how we are making that port enable, because for internet 1433 is not visible from the outside.
Okay.
It is actually a dynamic port which can be get converted at NAT level, network address translation. You know about it sometime, right?
Right. Mm.
So those things we will take care for that. Other things network guys are taking care for other, and other critical part is AD.
Okay. AD.
Hmm. Active Directory is also one more
Yes.
critical thing is here.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Okay, so
Yes.
thank you. Thanks for
Okay.
joining.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thanks.
buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
Ramesh.
you.
Thanks,
Just
Neil.
disconnect this call. Just I need 2 more minutes with Raj. Okay, so you guys can disconnect. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks, Ramesh.
Yeah. Thanks, Raj.
Raj, 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, so I'm sharing screen. See, actually, this guy Raj, which we worked last time, right? So
Yes.
there is a November sheet. Still, time sheet is not approved, Raj, for us. Okay, so you have 1.5
Okay.
hour
Okay. No
claim.
issue.
Okay,
No issue. No
so
issue.
I'm going to sync today. Why? Because there is some problem with those guys. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
he asked me to see that one. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll ask him to approve. And here today, hopefully, 4 members is joined. Okay, so we'll see. That also I'm going to transfer to you. That is about, and I just want to show you one thing.
Yes.
You asked me the issue. Okay. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. So he asked me day before yesterday itself. I was busy. The thing is, he's trying to execute one query, Raj. Okay.
Okay.
So that it is stating error. Mostly that is generic one only. I don't know why this much of slow. Okay, I'll ping you in WhatsApp, Raj. Okay, so I'll ping you. Okay, there is nothing at all. Okay, so simply it is open.
Send me the error. I will check on that.
Okay, right. Take care, Raj. Thank you. Okay, so
yeah,
I will sync if required. Chalo, Raj.
okay, no problem.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, Raj. Thank you so much. Yeah.